Welcome back, everybody, to Dawn of War Stronghold. It is I, Unseen Strike, and I've got a nice, spicy 1v1 game today. We load this bad boy up. Here we go. Alright, so I recorded a whole bunch of videos in bulk last time. Starting out fresh today. Today we have Imperial Guard versus the Eldar. El Matador versus MVP, Most Valuable Player. Tranquility's End, another popular 1v1 map that you'll see. Very large, open. Lanes aren't as distinct. Lots of negative cover with all the water going here and there. Just make sure my anti-cheat Imperial Guard is looking good. He's looking pretty good today. We have a nice... Oh, he almost spoiled it today. It's alright, he caught the spoils for us. What a champion. Right there, perfect. Okay. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, so we have our Imperial Guard, El Matador in the north. Rocking a nice sky blue theme. Like that a lot. And I'll play it for now, and let's jump over to our Eldar player. Looks like the Alatak color scheme. Please excuse my French if I don't get that one correct. Eldar here going for Generator and Aspect Portal first. Normally when you see play like this, we're going to see what it comes out to, but there's Fleet of Foot queued, so we can assume it's going to be Dark Reapers. One of the stronger units in the Dark Eldar early game roster. Again, we've talked about this. Very expensive. We have our Dire Guardians. Dire Avengers coming out here, not capping the close point, going straight out into the field. And again, as you can see with this map, really tough terrain, craggy, mountainy, lots of very far-flung wide flanks left and right. And let's see here what the Imperial Guard goes for. He's getting his Lord Commander out. We're going to see what the Lord Commander specs into. That'll kind of tell us the pacing of the game. Let's go take a look here. We have Dark Reapers coming out. Call me a prophet. Look at this. Okay, so El Matador now is going to have to try and counter this. Most Eldar plays, you can assume it's going to be Dark Reapers unless they're quick teching to tier 2 to go mass Wraith Lords. So his commander's out, and he goes for the Priest. And then he's got his Commissar queued up. So let's see how he plays that. I forget the gentleman we were watching, or I guess girl, I don't know. Female, male. I forget who we were watching last time did this build. I really liked his build. Maybe this is the common build and I always build wrong. Personally versus Eldar, I would go for the Psyker. Try and get my tactical armory up, go tier 2, and then Mind War the Psyker. The Farseer that comes out with my Psyker. The Farseer starts out with a Mind War ability that'll just destroy this Priest. And now the Priest doesn't have a ranged weapon to get into combat with the Dark Reapers, which I want to go to the Eldar's point of view here. I want to see where the Dark Reapers are, because that's going to set the tone of the game. So, very heavy ranged squad. Starts out with 3 models. Again, very expensive, 70 to reinforce. You don't want to get these guys caught in melee with any of this. They're very expensive, but this is where the juggle happens. You're going to see 2 Dark Reaper squads here. Each one juggling and swapping Fleet of Foot, which is an Eldar ability that gives them more speed when they're running. Reduces their range damage by, I think it's like 30%, if I want to say a number. The problem with the Dark Reapers, they do so much damage, it doesn't matter. This is very sloppy from MVP right here, very sloppy. These Dark Reapers shouldn't be getting caught in melee, and meanwhile on the back end, the Imperial Guard's just capping up, having a good day. But this is where these Dark Reapers really come in. They will pick through any of these Imperial Guard light infantry models like butter. Hot knife through butter. This command squad's a bit of a problem, but look, the backline is being shredded by Dark Reapers. This is a classic. You see this all the time when you're facing Eldar. Dark Reaper spam. It's super popular. One of the other openings you could go is for a Ranger. Ranger opening with Cloak, and then have Farseer support with Guide. You can start picking off commander units, but then there's nothing to pick off the Guardsmen. So again, Imperial Guard putting on the pressure where they should be, but he's not killing any Dark Reapers. I don't think a single Dark Reaper died in this engagement, which isn't good. Oh, I was wrong. One did fall, unless that was a Warlock. I didn't see him building any Warlocks on his Guardian squads. Morale's broken. Let's see what the Imperial Guard's planning to do here. Double generators. He's getting his little economy cooking. Eldar, I'd like to see throw down another generator here in a moment if they want to get ready to start attacking a little more. Again, Dark Reapers just pushing here, and they're just slowly picking off guard models, making El Matador have to kind of spend money. And that concentrated volley right there is brutal. He's gonna lose the priest. That's a big blunder. And the problem with the Imperial Guard player here is if he doesn't push and keep pressure on these Dark Reapers, they're just gonna push against him. So you gotta be really, really tight in these engagements. Make sure your Imperial Guard squad is constantly moving on this. Honestly, I'd love to see another Commissar come out, like we saw that other player do in his Imperial Guard video. Push that Commissar on the flank, maybe, and kind of catch them running. Maybe just pull this squad immediately into melee, and kind of keep these Dark Reapers on the back end from shooting. Priest is miraculously still alive. And there they go. Guardsman getting ripped to pieces. Priest does go down. Big investment. Taking shots from the listening post up here. Not good. Yeah, I'd really like to see an extra Commissar from that Imperial Guard player. Trying to prevent this economy going up by the Eldar. I really like to see this. This is nice. And yeah, these Dark Reapers, if microed correctly, will run the game. They will pretty much uncontested. Another generator goes up from the Eldar player. I'd like to see the Soul Shrine come up soon. I think he's waiting for a little bit more money. And look at this. Capping in front of the Eldar Shuriken catapults. Very, very bold of you. Imperial Guard will win that just based off numbers in the Commissar. Dark Reapers just shredding through all these Imperial Guardsmen. Where'd the command squad go? Did they go down? I think they did. Big blow for the Imperial Guard Eco, and now he's got a choice. Is he quick tech up to tier 2? He is. So, not replacing the command squad. The battle's been focused on this side of the map for so long, he's got enough time now to pull back, and he's got the choice, put down the Mechanicus Depot and go mass Chimera, or maybe get a Sentinel or two and push out and destroy these generators and really cripple the Eldar economy. Soul Shrine's coming up. The Eldar don't tech up through their HQ like most factions. They have to build. This Soul Shrine kind of counts as an armory and a tech building. It's funny, you'll see these buildings put up in a wall in like big crazy team games. They have 4,000 HP, almost as much as the HQ. And they take up a large area of space. You can't just walk around them, so you'll see people put them up as walls. And here we go. Dark Reapers are pushing against this listening post. A strategy you can do with Imperial Guard to prevent harass like this. If you threw your infantry command down here, your troops can shoot out as Imperial Guard, and you can save the skin of quite a few of your troopers. Obviously, the Dark Reapers can do such tactics as this and outrange your buildings, but you can jump a squad inside safely. Another tactic you could do as Imperial Guard, if you're not going to fast tech to tier 2, get a couple grenade launchers. Get that tacticity, control your armory up. Let's see, is it Chimeras? It's Chimeras, so Dark Reapers unfortunately are not a counter to Chimera. With enough fire you'll shoot through, but grenade launchers on Imperial Guard infantry squads is a good tactic. There's no Rangers out, there's no Howling Banshees to rush the Guard player down. Fire Dragon's already out. Holy moly, we're 7 minutes in here. This is the anti-vehicle squad for the Eldar. Short range, just devastating against buildings and vehicles. They have an ability where they cannot be knocked down. I'm pretty sure that's in this version of the game. I want to say it is. Maybe you need to get the X-Arc. I'm not sure. And here we go. The Dark Reapers are coming. The Imperial Guard player now needs to get into melee immediately. He is standing there. He tries to break the morale, and one Chimera goes... It lives! It lives! The Emperor's with that crew. I bet they just destroyed the inside of that cockpit. He needs to repair that, but now he can't push against the Dark Reapers. The transport vehicle for Eldar is now out, a Falcon. Default starts out with an anti-vehicle weapon and double shuriken cannons on the bottom, and I believe a star cannon on the top. Some kind of pulse cannon. You can upgrade it with a star cannon to be effective against infantry instead of vehicles. This vehicle's now been stunned by the Psyker's abilities. The Psykers are such a key unit in Imperial Guard fighting. He needs to pick off these fire dragons before he can move in the safety of this Chimera. And with this Falcon as well, they can start really pressing. It just got shocked again, or maybe the effect was delayed. Another guard squad on the flank. Don't like to see this. What's he doing? He's getting armor for his guardsmen, and he looks like he's teching. Oh, he's getting a priest. I thought he was going to try and tech again. This is really sloppy by the Eldar player, but he actually put double Reapers in there to kill. And look at that! Saved. This is super important to play as Imperial Guard. Keep your guardsmen alive. Move them to another building. The only problem is now the Eldar is going to have taken out 2 listening posts from the Guard player. And the Eldar economy is pretty much untouched. The Guard player is at 8850. Eldars are 110-40. You don't want to let the Eldar build up like this. We see warp spiders coming on, so for the Eldar to build out of their barracks, you need to buy individual aspect stones and then the unit. So they may be in tier 2, but they need to physically buy the stone to add on. Warp spiders are heavy jump infantry, and they come equipped with haywire grenades once purchased, and the haywire grenades will stun vehicles and do huge damage. Here's the grenade launchers. Let's see if they can put a little bit of a dent on. I don't know if we have enough grenade launchers currently. You want to get maybe 2 squads and have enough mass on those grenades. Really send some salvos. Eldar player has taken enough points to initiate a victory countdown. The Imperial Guard player is just now starting to kind of get their groove back on and rebuild their eco. But this is dangerous. This hit squad coming in, and I want to say they have a range upgrade already with all the damage they're doing. I can't tell that off just looking here. But look, he's trying to destroy eco. This sentinel here is gonna... Oh my! Almost took the Falcon right out. The Falcon's basically paper. When I play guard, I like to hide my sentinels. I'll hide 2 back there. Most of the time, they will one-shot whatever needs to go. Grenade launchers on the fire dragons. He should have stayed and took this fight, because now... Yeah, I mean, he loses the vehicle almost for free. The guards still can't stand and trade on this fight. Negative cover, priest gets wrecked. This is not looking good for our guard player here. He needs to take this Falcon out. He did get the stone off with the Psyker, but that Falcon's got to go. It's giving his opponent such unprecedented mobility, and he needs his eco to get up a little bit. I like the Basilisk. It's a very expensive upgrade. I would have liked to have seen the power invested into these listening posts, get them upgraded. Yeah, the Eldar player is going to rip through them, but he needs eco right now. 9650 compared to 14766. So the Basilisk will help kind of disrupt all this infantry, but if he had this Warp Spider squad jumping in, he could destroy the Basilisk nice and easy. He puts a nice defensive turret up. I would love to see a minefield here. Let's hope, let's hope. Eldar player even pushed up and put a listening post on his side of the map. And look at that. Basilisk really pays for itself quite quickly, especially if you manually control it. Heavy weapon squad coming down as well. He's getting another Chimera to replace his that he lost. Let's see if he pushes out and tries to take these points over here. Yeah, the problem for the guard player now is he can't push out with just 1 Imperial Guard squad. So even if he wants to push out and take this point and maybe push here or vice versa on the left side, 2 Dark Reaper squads are going to come up and eat them for breakfast. So he's got to play it nice and safe, preserve his unit models that he has. Let's see, this heavy weapon squad could buy a upgrade to their last cannon or autocannon. Let's see, fire dragons in here. Oh man, huge damage on the sentinel, and then they just hop back in and fly away. Extremely scary point to face as an Imperial Guard player. He did get the weapon specialization and he executed his units. Grenade launchers and plasma guns do basically double damage. Ridiculous damage. Basilisk artillery coming in. Double warp spiders. This is not looking good for our Imperial Guard friend. He actually put 2 webway gates down to try and block the passage of this Chimera. That's some cheeky Eldar play I can get behind. Absolutely disgusting that he could do that. He tried to block the vehicle in so he can kill it with the fire dragons. Every Chimera he takes out now is almost like a nail in the coffin for the guard player. He's still trying to buy out these priests, and let's see if he can make a stand. Maybe he'll add on a Chimera or 2 and try and make a push. I do like this. He's slowly moving out. A special ability of the Sentinel here. They can decap. Oh! He stopped. He's going to pick a worker off, and again, that's an expensive loss. And even just with the Dark Reapers and the Falcon alone, he could have chased that and taken that Sentinel out. And here we go, frontal assault by the Eldar. I don't see it. Did he throw any hay? Oh, is that a minefield? Oh, hold your horses. It is a minefield. Love to see it. A little bit of a messy assault here by the Eldar. I don't think he needed to do this. He's losing a lot of warp spiders standing in the minefield and the Basilisk artillery fire. The heavy bolter here paying off dividends on the heavy weapons team. The listening post firing. I don't believe that ability went off. Is this the final unit in this squad? It is. If he could pick that off, that's a big pick. He loses another worker here and the commander in the command squad. Very expensive losses. He's repairing up that Sentinel, and he's actually teching up to tier 3. Eldar also teching up to tier 3 with Mobilized for War, so I lied a little bit. This is a 1 upgrade you tech in your HQ for Eldar. He's going for power tier 2. His base eco's looking real good. He's got all of his listening posts teched up. And the Eldar, let's see what else is he getting. Webway healing, so any units around the webway will passively heal. And this makes the Eldar dangerous. If he was to put another webway over here, per se, his army can almost instantly travel between webway gates. They can heal, they can be stealthed, they can relocate even. The webway is a really cool structure for the Eldar. It can even produce shuriken platforms to be anti-vehicle and anti-infantry. Chimera may go down. Is there any cargo inside? We have an Imperial Guard squad with plasma guns and grenade launchers. Does he get it off? He did get the stun off. Is there anything to follow it up? I don't see the Sentinel. He's firing at it with the Basilisk. He's trying to get some points back and get his eco. He only has 2 minutes left before the Eldar wins just on point control. Okay, he gets the decap, and let's see if there are. I'm going to say there is Dark Reapers. No, it's Fire Dragons. He could take this engagement and pick off quite a few. Oh lord, triple warp spiders. Say goodbye to any sort of infantry control you're going to have here. They'll even rip through this heavy weapons team. He has 2 heavy weapons team. I do like to see that, but unsupported against this number, there's not much you can really do. I see Wraith Lords coming out. This is the general Eldar tactic once you're in enough superior position. Mass Wraith Lords, they can be outfitted with, on their shoulder, a shuriken cannon. Okay, game. Hold on, I wasn't done there. Either a shuriken cannon or bright lances. And normally you'll just see people massing bright lances as they already have flamethrowers on their wrists, so they don't need more anti-infantry realistically. The bright lances will just mass up on the vehicles, and I want to say they have 100% accuracy at all times, the shuriken cannons and everything. Ranged upgrade coming in for the Eldar. Warp Spiders got their haywire grenades, and I see an armor upgrade. Eldar's just playing click all the upgrades. Hollow Field to give all your vehicles a little bit of an increase in health. And that just makes your Falcon just very, very strong, very versatile. He's healing it up. And man, the Eldar just has this poor guard player boxed in. Let's just check map vision for a second. He can see almost everything. I did miss the guard player moving out and capping this. So good on him. And let's see, he's moving out and recapping that over there. Guard trying to make a desperate stand, and these Wraith Lords are going to make his life a hell. Here's one of the Bright Lance platforms. They are anti-building as well. Look at that. 3 shots from the Bright Lances. Down goes the turret. Haywire grenades come in on the Basilisks. Yeah, one of the Warp Spider squads is broken, but there's 2 whole squads here. One is in melee, and the other one's broken, doing no damage. But it's March of the Wraith Lords coming in. This is very scary. He needs 1 or 2 Sentinels in the back. I like to see these Casterkin up, but grenade comes in, just right down the gullet of those Warp Spiders. If he can kill these Fire Dragons and try and get out some semblance of Sentinels, he can push this back. He's doing pretty well. Warp Spiders jump directly in. Caster can pop on the Priest to have the invincibility for a few seconds. I like the auto cannon on this heavy weapons team. Very good damage versus all targets. And those Caster are now retreating to the inside of a building. And they cycle out so the Warp Spiders lose track of them for a moment. Fire Dragons going for the eco buildings. I like to see that. Another Priest sadly trying to attack a tank. This also needs to be targeted on the Warp Spiders. Mass Chimeras. Oh man. That was rough to watch there at the end, especially as an Imperial Guard main, my fallen brothers. So the Eldar came out strong, dominated early, picked off a couple, more than a couple, maybe I want to say like 2 to 3 dozen Guardsmen units. That drains the eco real quick. I want to say I saw like 5 to 6 Priests come out and die. Meaningless deaths. Is that a Seer Council? Seer Council was in there as well. I don't know how I missed that. Squad of all Warlocks, very dangerous melee unit. Very, very strong abilities. Yeah, Eldar just had such strong map presence the whole game, and it's tough. That's one of the strongest builds in the game. That double Dark Reaper Fleet of Foot ability you could see there. It's counterable. It is. You got to play it real safe. Maybe if the Imperial Guard player pushed up and kind of got his teeth dug in here, built an infantry command or something, or had somewhere to fall back to safely and engage that. The Chimera also getting sniped early on is a huge blow. It's just crippling to your eco. If you're going to risk it like that, in my opinion, you're better off going double Sentinels. snipe the Falcon. You know the Falcon's coming. You know there's a Fire Dragon squad coming up. The faster you can deal with this Falcon and limit the mobility of the Dark Reapers, at least until the Warp Spiders show up, buy yourself a few minutes or two and try and recover. I like that we saw a minefield here. You can see the damage it did to one of the Warp Spider squads. Yeah. Anyway, good game. Love to see it. MVP comes out on top. Poor Imperial Guard. Let's take a look at the score screen here. Yeah, the Eldar just ripped into those guard squads. And you can see El Matador never got a chance to really gather as much requisition. He was behind almost immediately when he started losing all those points. And technology, Eldar were playing touch every cap in the game, every upgrade. Alright, that's been me on Scene Strike. This was a cool little game here. And again, I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know what kind of games you want to see, what you prefer to see. You want to see some more team games, some 1v1s. Let me know. And we got more games coming. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time.